Hey toy fans, I'm D21Beast and welcome back to my figure review series here on my YouTube channel. And today we are once again taking a look at these Kre-O Star Trek blind bag figures. These were released by Hasbro in 2013 and did coincide with the release of Star Trek Into Darkness into theaters. As you guys may know from my video history, I am a bit of a Trekkie, so I was really excited to pick these up. And after my first review that I did, where I got Nero and Grazia, I knew I wanted to go back and try to take my hands at getting the other figures in this set. Now just as a refresher, we can take a look at the packaging here, and you'll see that on the front we do have that Kre-O Star Trek logo, and we have the image of the J.J. Abrams starship on the right there. And as we come down, we do have an image of Kreon Nero, Kreon Kinser, and Kreon Grazia on the front there. And it says on the bottom here, Kreon Figure Packs, has the Hasbro logo. As we flip it around, you can see all the other figures that are in this wave. Now I'm still after Kinser and the Klingon Warrior. Those are the ones I really wanted last time. And I got the Nero, which I wanted, but I'd really like to see a Kinser and a Klingon Warrior this time. Also in the wave are Lieutenant Sprague, Grazia, Gorn, and of course Captain Nero. And we just have some of the legal stuff here on the back. Alright guys, well that's the packaging. Let's say we get started with this unbagging. And like before, it should be pretty easy to tear this open. And let's see what we got here. Oh, and check that out. I think I got what I was after. Looks like here we do have Kinser. Alright guys, give me just a second here to get this torn open. Now Kinser of course comes with this card off to the side here. It does feature image of the figure, and on the back you do that checklist to compare to all your other Kreons that you've collected. But man, I'm excited to get this guy. Kinser is one of my favorite characters from the J.J. Abrams universe. As a Trekkie, I feel like Abrams did a lot to hurt the Star Trek franchise in the end, but Kinser was definitely one of the better additions. Man, and look at the head sculpt on that guy. That's just simply fantastic. Look at all that detail. I also like how they painted the eyes. I'm a big fan of the way this guy looks, and he comes with a wrench or some sort of space tool here, so that is just awesome. Well guys, that's a very, very good start. Let's hope this other guy here is the Klingon Warrior. Oh, no, actually, it looks like I've got the Gorn. Okay, well this is kind of a fun one. You guys might remember the Gorn from Star Trek the original series, or if nothing else, Big Bang Theory. But they've been doing these figures based off the new Abrams films, and this particular Gorn figure, just by looking at it, appears to be based off his appearance, or the race's appearance rather, in the video game that came out last summer, simply titled Star Trek. Now that game didn't get very good reviews, but as somebody who played the game, I think it's definitely worth checking out, especially for the dialogue, because they got the entire cast to do the voice work in the game. But the Gorn in that game looked just like this guy here, so it's not too bad that I've got a Gorn. And let's see how he gets put together here. Now when he's got a weapon. Well, this guy is pretty tall and really, really cool. Alright guys, well there we have it. This time I picked up a Gorn and I picked up Kinser. I've got 4 of the 6 figures, so I think I'm doing alright so far. Alright guys, I want to take a moment to look at the detail of these figures real quick before we get to heighten some comparisons. Now we did kind of get a look at Kinser, and you'll see I still think this guy looks really great. I mean, the paintwork on the head sculpt is just amazing. The eyes are nice and black and kind of mysterious with those little silver dots in the middle, just like he looks in the film. I like the way they handle the goggles. And of course, all of that sculpting on the head is just simply fantastic. Really, really happy with that figure. Now this Gorn, on the other hand, he's definitely a tall little minifigure. I had him assembled incorrectly at first, but I've got it all squared away here. He's designed to have his tail kind of on his back and then coming off the end of him there, so it looks a little more flush to the body than it did when I first set him up, and he doesn't have that gap in his waist. But looking at the articulation, his head's a little hampered with the way that the head goes on the body, but he's got 360-degree rotation at the arm, 360-degree rotation at the hands, at the waist another 360, and he has the hip joint similar to the other Kreons we've seen that'll move forward and backward, and are just on a ball joint, so they've got a little bit of free motion there. So really, really cool little, or big rather, Gorn minifigure. And this Kinser, of course, I'm a big, big fan of this Kinser. Moving on to height now, we can see that Kinser stands at just about 1.5 inches tall, while the Gorn actually comes in at almost 2.5 inches tall. Here we have Kinser and the Gorn, compared to the Nero and the Grazia minifigures I've already opened. For some additional size comparison, here we have Kinser and the Gorn compared to Kre-O Transformers Cheetor. And here they are compared to the Mega Bloks Spider-Man minifigure. And compared to Cowboy Emmett from the Lego Movie toy line by Lego. And compared to Captain Kirk from my favorite minifigure line, Minimates. And finally, here they are compared to Captain Kirk from the original Minimates line released in 2002. Alright toy fans, well that's my review of the Star Trek Kre-O Mystery Blind Bag minifigures. I've got 4 of the 6 in the set now. I'm definitely going to try to track down the last 2, at least try to get a Klingon Warrior. I mean, that would be what I'd really like. These things are a lot of fun. They're on clearance everywhere right now, so they're not going to set you back too much. You might even find them online for a good price. These things were released last summer, so the demand for them is not too high right now. But I definitely encourage you guys to check them out. Well, that's my review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to rate, share, and subscribe. Also, be sure to hit me up on Twitter at D21Beast. I'd love to talk to you guys. Thanks for watching, and live long and prosper.